Hi, I'm John Creevy. I'm a student at Triton College in River Grove, Illinois, in the fall of 2025 in the HVAC program. For our Cooling 1 class, I want to explain the order of operations for a typical residential cooling system. Here at the college, we have Goodman and Trane and other manufacturers, so some things may vary. But we want to start with having 110 volts into the system. That will supply to the system board to a 24 volt transformer. The 24 volt transformer will then have wires here to the thermostat. The red wire is for positive 24 volts, the common wire, blue or orange, for negative 24 volt, the common. Y is for they call it for cooling, but sometimes a little different heat pump systems because it'll go both ways. But for the contactor, the Y port or terminal, and then G is for the blower motor. So anyway, the way the cooling system starts, the order of operations, very first thing is the thermostat has to be set to a temperature below the indoor air temperature that you're wanting to cool, and it has to be set on cooling. When it registers below what the temperature is and it's calling for cooling, that power goes to that Y terminal, which then goes to the condensing unit, and the condensing unit is generally, unless it's a really small system, will be powered by 240 volts, 220 volts, and the contractor will magnetically pull in and energize that system so that we've got the voltage required by the compressor and 110 volts to the fan for the condensing unit. Shortly after this starts, back over at the air handling unit, the board will provide that G power or that G signal, thermostat G signal, through the board, and then that will activate the blower motor, which will blow air past the evaporator coil in the air handling unit here. So the way the system works and cools is as the indoor air gets blown past the evaporator coil, the evaporator coil will pick up the heat from the building and then transfer that through the Freon into the condensing unit. The fan in the condensing unit will pull air through the condensing unit and out and expel heat, that's how the system, in a very short synopsis, is cooled down with the compressor managing the refrigerant. Then, once the temperature within the building gets to the set temperature, then the thermostat will then send a signal to the board, which will cut the power to the blower motor and to the outdoor condensing unit, and that's the order of operations for cooling.
Okay.